Holy, why would you spoil this? Jerk. Bring it back to 1792 when Mountain Dew Baja Blast was invented. Alright. Haven't done a save scene in a while. Like I was saying during the Link to the Past run, I don't... They go by too fast, frankly, nowadays. An adventure is like a very good amount of time to spend in the seed for one stream. And also, adventure is much better, but I felt like doing a save for the heck of it. Oh, nostalgia. See if I can remember the strats properly for it. Almost failed, hitless. Now watch this be like the worst seed ever. And ends up taking longer than I wanted. Shuttle? Is this card or cart? I'll find out. No, I don't think it's either. It is. Okay. Dash too fast to tell properly. Why would I doubt that? That's like the only shield in the game shaped like that, so... Now I'm kind of realizing there aren't that many shields in the game overall, are there? I mean, it's like 10,000 swords. It's a real thing, but there's a meal ticket debated. What? At least my health is nice. Egg. Ew. It's a thrust sword, but good luck trying to do... I'm going to go back to entrance, frankly. Save it. Save it for later. Just fucking save it for later. It's still smarter to save that for later. Can you believe SotN is like trying to win my favor right now? It's like, yeah. You say Link to the Past is your favorite game of all time, but have you considered I exist? Here's a bat relic to prove it. Tearfang, even better. All the world's turkeys are mine. Dang, and jewel openers really too. Now, to be fair, I still want to find some equipment. Ah, damn it. Oh! look up here. I'm gonna need some magic to cast, so it's not a bad for right now. Yeah, I can get 8 hits on him. Dang. Wow. Does this effect stack? Let's just put both 2 on and find out what happens. Better or nothing. What's that? Let's check. Bekatoa. So one. Is that a 1-hand or 2-hand? Plain, easy to use war sword. Yeah, why not? I've used a Bekatoa in my life, so might as well start. There's something there, I didn't see it. Cube! Please, let me find Mablung or Shoulder and I'll be set forever. Forever. Ugh, let's just do this real quick. Maybe we can sneak in. A third talisman. Can we stack them? No. We're good. Come down. Alright, when do things go wrong? Galamoth? Galamoth. I mean, not even that scary anymore, but Galamoth. Kingstone. Okay, well, goodbye to one of these talismans. Let me go get the shortcut and leave. Yeah, remember we could just check one spot in Colosseum and leave, and now it's like 4. This is awesome, honestly. Might as well see what's dropped here. Nothing. Hoping for that vanilla library card. Oh, nice jump. Part of me wondering if I should fight all rocks now or save it. Wanted to come down for this. Why did I let myself drop all the way? I'm just gonna get the teleporter and come back later. Well, I am gonna peek up here just to see what I can find. Good stuff. That's what I'm going to find. Yeah, that's right. There's a mobile version of SotN now. I think it's only a couple bucks, too. It's completely silly, and it's based off of Requiem, and not the real version, but... Oh, based off Dracula X collection, not the real version, but... Considering it's me, I might have to buy it anyway. Let's see how goofy this is. Because I must own every copy of SotN in the world. I don't have a PS1 copy yet, though. I really wish they were released... Ooh, money. Released the original for PC. Shit, the fuck they aren't. I was going to fix that too, and I didn't. Hold up. I'm going to... open this door, then I'm going to save as an excuse. Actually, wait, I know the perfect spot where I can do it. Don't need to save. That was a big buck. And it wasn't it. I've got the diamond. I'm glad you pointed that out, though. Like, if my stream title's wrong, point it out. And I want to fix this shit. This shit. Make sure it's all proper. Imagine me down here this early. Appreciate it, Jeff. Am I only level 8? Level 8. I've only gained 7 levels since the start. Dang. That's not Marcel. I thought probably the Marcel is not. I don't really need an Aquamir. Apparently I'm grabbing it anyway, so. There, should be updated now.
Mother!
I guess to be fair, I also don't have a great sword right now, so. What was that noise? Shit. There we go. That took me up like 30 levels. Or more. Oh, hi. Level 17. 9 levels. Oh. Get a mana refill. But anyway, Jeff, if you're heading to bed, thank you so much for hanging out, dude. Have a good one. Dream of pecan pie or something. Pecan pie? Don't need to save here. There's nothing to save split yet. Shit. Jump please. Oh, it's tunic, of course. Nice. More things to sell. Sure. See, now I can do the save split. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go towards teleporter. Get the relic that's there, teleport out, and then go to a library. And I'll come back later when I had the proper stuff to get to the spike breakers, but I mean, I can do Brand Flume now, I just don't want to. Shit. Get me out of this thing. Steel helm. One of the seals over here is just ocean. You froze my shield off. That's a new one. I'll stay in the damn boat. Play around on my new phone a second. Oops, exploded. No. Alright, now we're playing. Ooh. Racking them up. Well, I realize I'm going to have to fix some settings on my Discord. match with the head. Having my PC and my old phone. You know, despite my old phone being a piece of crap, it was kind of sad to just turn it off for what's probably the last time. I don't think I'm going to need to turn it back on ever. I got all my authenticator stuff on it. That was most important. Okay, well I guess there's some notes in there I should copy. But other than that... I don't think everything I should. It's mostly just a couple addresses and Wi-Fi password, not for here, but for my parents' house. Like, I've texted it to him before, so like, otherwise I should have it, but, you know, you never know. The Wi-Fi password for here is written somewhere else. Yellow card, what's the Wi-Fi password? What? What's the Wi-Fi password? No, it is a Wi-Fi password. Password sucks! And then the person he's talking to dies. It's like, oh shit, that didn't mean... Oh. Throw the cheese! Oh. Yeah, bad dog. Go to jail. Doggy jail. It's just a kennel. Okay, so the sword is not very strong. As easily evidenced. Hey, okay, never mind. Let's go deeper. Get all the stuff down here, even though we can't library card out. Unless we get lucky and find one. Means we can skip the teleporter. Nothing else to sell, but I don't need it really. Let's take this one then, even though it might be the lesser one. Let's head look. Safety save, because why not? Alucard, what's the Wi-Fi password? I'm interested in this. Huh? I'm interested in this. What? I'm interested in this. Thank you. Damn it. The ultimate debate. I don't think there's anything here. I'm gonna check anyway. That's double. I think it's still. How dare they? Skibidi-dibidi. I'm glad. That's like my signature laugh, and it's not even real. Drill me, damn it! No. Luminous. I think it's better than what I have. That matter, I think fire. Yeah, all these swords are better than what I have. Let's take 69. This is nice. I always forgot I had better swords. I just never put them on. Oops. Can't laser beam me. Yeah, looks like he wants to challenge me in Mortal Kombat. I finally got to playing the expert chart of that song on Beat Saber. There's not a whole lot. Okay, so it's obviously a step up, but it's not as big of a step up as I thought it would be. I can do it on no fail, or I can do it without no fail rather. It's a good chart. It's fun. It's a good fucking song. What the hell? What was that ghost owl card just happened there? Is that because of Luminous? This is just, that's a Saber. Or Werebane. Is that what that had to be what I saw earlier flying off of the horse head thing. It's curious. Still no. Get your face down here. I mean, it's not really much of a face, but I mean, still, just get down here. Shit. Hang on, I can do this. And then do this. Between the book and the knife, I'd rather have the knife. Well, I guess I'm going to use that teleporter. Gotta go back to it. I almost kind of want to see this again. When I was a kid, there's like... So you know how there's like 10 million different videos or movies of Jesus' life? Whatever. This one I think was called The Revolutionary or something like that. I've seen a couple different ones, but this is the one I remember the most, I think. Or at least I remember it existed the most. I just don't know if it's the one I actually remember watching the most. But the guy who has like the 6,000 demons or whatever possessing him came off unintentionally hilarious. Like Jesus told him to speak his name. And you just hear this guy and a bunch of backup voices just going, "I am Legion, ha 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 ha, for we are many, ha 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 ha," or something like that. When I was a kid, I'm like, that's the most hilarious shit. I know they weren't trying to be. I think they're trying to be freaky, but I mean... It's almost like a freaking stand-up routine is what it sounded like. No, that boss's name weren't Legion. I would have never thought to bring it up. Technically, it's grandfather. You shut up! I can do almost everything here, in this first castle, rather. Except for things I've missed as blocking, and also Spikebreaker, but if I found a mana prism, I would bypass that. Yeah, I think the point is, most of those Jesus movies are badly acted. It's like all of them were all into like, what, direct-to-video shit? I mean, what kind of production values are going to have, really? Like The Passion of the Christ is probably the highest production value Jesus movie ever. Well, one that's played straight anyway. Then again, Monty Python's pretty low budget stuff too, but... And that was more of a Brian than Jesus, but no. I still need to watch that. And then Passion of the Christ is his own can of worms. I haven't seen it since it came out. I don't really care to get into it. Mostly because I'm not religious anymore, so I mean... Y'all worry about that stuff on your own. Red Rust. No. Miso soup. Yes. I'm gonna go hit up the elevator real quick. Actually, not the worst idea. Let's just open the open the teleporter. Skip the elevator. And then go all the way around to keep, and then teleport back here for the last couple of checks. Oh, and old rocks too, I suppose, but... I'm just missing out on the best shit, because I'm refusing to go to the library. Yeah, I referenced one thing way earlier. It was a quote-unquote sketch. Damn it. It was like these very old Jesus movies. They took footage from them and dubbed over them for 4 little shorts with very goofy voices. It was hilarious. Thank God I don't do this puzzle here. I think it was called Vintage 21 Church or something that did this. It was kind of like making fun of how seriously, overly seriously, some Christians took their religion. And the first time I saw these was actually in church too. My brother showed them. And we loved them. My brother was a youth pastor back in the day. Now he runs a tattoo shop. It's kind of funny to think about. I mean, it's his passion. He enjoys doing it, so that's great for him. I've traded him favors for tattoos. Yeah, just hilarious, just very hilarious videos. They're satirical, so they're not like actually bashing Christianity. It's just kind of like, hey, lighten up. And again, they were just fucking hilarious. When I was a teenager, I could like approximate the voices perfectly, but in retrospect, they were kind of like generic sounding voices. Like, they gave Peter the kind of generic dumb guy voice. Ooh, Leapstone.
Jesus sounded a lot like this.
Like, it was still really funny though. Shit! Shit! Can't believe the Fleaman caught me blaspheming. Ooh, there's a mist. See? It was the right play. That's our third piece. Yeah, I would recommend watching those videos, no matter who you are, just because they're just really funny and the message is good, so... First jump didn't go off. No. Do not want to. Go away. Hey, do you think anybody would be saying do not want to the fucking Backstroke of the West didn't exist? The bad Chinese subtitled Revenge of the Sith? It was bootleg, right? I'm pretty sure it was bootleg. Backstroke of the West. Oh my god. I think it had to be bootleg, actually, because I think, like, there's just an embargo on Star Wars up through... Nice. Like the mid-2000s or later. as a result, oh, just sit on the map. China was not into Star Wars because it didn't have the cultural impact. In fact, apparently, a lot of China just doesn't like Star Wars. Ooh, boring. I mean, fair enough, but... Fuck, I messed up the strat, whatever.
I'm interested in
like you.
I'm interested in this.
Wolf, no. Got me a mana prism. Got me a Marcel. Got me a Dragon Helm.
Like you.
I got the scarf, I'm fine. But I have Warble Blade, I don't even need Marcel anymore. Yeah, take it.
Like you.
No mana prisms, shame. Put it on here.
Farewell for now.
I'll leave the Dragon Helm off until we get inverted. Just need to put... I don't need to put this on. Nope, that's not it. I was just saying... Yeah, I think The Force Awakens was like the actual first ever, This is not adventure mode, get out of here. First ever, like, official big theater release. Maybe not the, like... Let's say first concurrent theater release. It didn't catch on, Rogue One didn't catch on. I want to say they fucking renamed, Solo to, like, Ranger Solo or something like that to try to separate it from Star Wars, and it didn't work. There's rumors. I don't know whether or not to take these with a grain of salt, honestly, but there's rumors that, like, parts of Rise of Skywalker got edited to, like, appease the Chinese market or something. And, like, again, I kind of take it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, I'm not sure. The reason I'm not really sure is because, like, man, we've proven through several movies and decades, China just doesn't do Star Wars like we do. So why are we pandering to China for Star Wars? If it's true. If it's not true, then, well, I mean, the Rise of Skywalker is always destined to be bad. And I say this, fuck your opinion, but I say this as someone who fucking loves The Last Jedi. And I don't think the Disney thing was a mistake, because Rebels is a very good cartoon, and The Mandalorian is a really good show. Rogue One is good, everybody loves Rogue One. Mostly. Solo's fine, I wasn't sold on the idea, but to be fair, apparently it was an idea they were working on even before the buyout, so we probably would have gotten that either way. Same with Rogue One, apparently, as well. Oops. Wait, yeah, I do want to save, actually. The sequel trilogy feels like the only big misstep because, well, like I said, as much as I love The Last Jedi, I easily agree that it's stupid they didn't go into it with a roadmap. People are trying to be like, oh yes they did, but Rian Johnson destroyed the roadmap. No. If I ever Carl White, the quote for, wait, look at the table. The quote in reference to that was, I think it was like Daisy Ridley saying that she felt like J.J. Abrams had like different ideas in mind for the character than Ryan. And because of that one quote, people were like, Rian Johnson tore up the roadmap, lit it on fire, and then shit on the ashes. No. It's not how it goes. It's Colin Trevorrow, or Trevorrow, how do you pronounce the dude's name? He clearly had his own ideas as well for his final movie. If the leaks are to be believed. Let's go to the chapel to get there. I do not believe at any point there was a single cohesive storyline for this trilogy. Because if there was a roadmap, Rian Johnson went on record to say that he was given complete control of his movie. Like, to a fault. I believe he even said that he wanted to, like, actually work with Lucasfilm personnel and bounce ideas off. I think if they actually gave him some kind of outline, he would have followed it with his own twist. I don't believe Rian Johnson is disingenuous. And I don't believe Abrams is either. I feel like... Alright, I gotta do this stupid shit first. When I watched Rise of Skywalker the second time, I do feel like Abrams was earnestly trying to tell the best ending he could. I just don't think it was a good one. Was it a mistake that they didn't... Wow, the ghost came out again. Write a roadmap? Absolutely. That's the problem here. It's not really the fact that they made a sequel trilogy, it's that they made one without a full plan. I have heard the take that they really did it as fast as they could, so they could get, like, the original actors back before, like, something happened to them, which was unfortunately the case, with not just Carrie Fisher, but also the guy who played the voice of Akbar. Like, he died before Last Jedi came out, so they had to have a replacement voice actor. I think the same one who voiced him in, like, the cartoons at the time as well. Like, games and whatnot. So, like, in that case, I could still kind of understand why they would want to be like, oh, hey, these folks are old. Harrison Ford nearly dies in a plane crash every other day. Carrie's had her own health issues. Mark's been pretty good. From what I understand, anyway. It's like, hey, yeah, let's try to get these people together for, like, one last hurrah, and sadly, Carrie couldn't make it to the end. For what it's worth, like, I feel like opinions are split on this. There goes the ghost again. What do I have equipped? Oh, it's the talisman. That's what's doing it. That's what it is. But I feel like the way they mixed her unused footage into Rise of Skywalker worked pretty well. There's some spots we can kind of tell that's not fitting the mood, but they did their best. And there were a couple of moments where, like, some character is basically being the exposition for her. Because Carrie wasn't there to record actual dialogue, unfortunately, but... Or act, rather. Which it kind of neutered Maz Kanata, because, like... the little... Is she orange? The orange alien from The Force Awakens who has the bar. Like, they introduce her as some, like... ancient, knowledgeable... pirate sage lady thing. She does show up briefly in The Last Jedi, like in the middle of what you call a Union dispute. And that one brief scene where she tells them about the Codebreaker is more interesting than her entire appearance in Rise of Skywalker. It's a shame that they wasted her. That movie should have been longer. Or delayed. Like, they felt like they needed to, get it out there on schedule. I mean, they delayed it once already from May to December. They should have frankly delayed it again. Until, like, they were actually ready. Had their script together. I feel like that's part of the problem, too. I feel like Abrams was rushed into making this movie. This big conclusion to the entire saga, which I thought was overreaching to begin with. I mean, just conclude this trilogy. Don't try to tie together everything. Should I stop ranting about Star Wars? I'm sorry, I'm passionate about Star Wars. Actually, I fucking hate Star Wars. What's it even about? Space wizards with laser swords? Scary. The sequel trilogy is the biggest mistake from this whole thing. And I hate that I had to say that, because I still like The Force Awakens, and I love The Last Jedi. They just didn't end where they should have, really. They didn't commit to making Kylo Ren the bad guy in the end, which was the biggest waste. Although, even with that mistake, Kylo Ren is still the best part of Rise of Skywalker. With the mistakes they made with his character as well, frankly, but it's not the highest praise, I guess. Well, I guess it still is, because Adam Driver is fucking phenomenal. Like, he carried... No, he didn't. He didn't carry the trilogy on his own. Oscar Isaac and John Boyega, who is a fucking real-life badass, let me say right now. They put in good work, too. Obviously, our original cast. Mark was amazing in Last Jedi. No matter what your opinion is on the role, he was amazing in it. Daisy Ridley's fine. I wouldn't say she, like, would blow you away, but she was fine. Mark Hamill would disagree, but... Hey, he's humble like that. Slash, he's a performer. Performers are more critical. Like, apparently Adam Driver would never watch any of the films he made because he started off as a stage actor, so he's not used to seeing his performances. And he feels like he would just critique the hell out of them, and not enjoy them. The Force Awakens was like his first exception, I think, and I think he did it because of Carrie Fisher, who was still alive at this point, for the record. Wow, level up off a butterfly. I could spend an entire stream just chatting about Star Wars endlessly. I've actually proposed that with, like, some of the people in Aaron's Discord that watch Star Wars. We should just, like, do a shoot the shit stream about the sequel trilogy in general. And judging by the tangent I've been on for the last 10 minutes or so, I would clearly enjoy it. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it. You're not gonna grab it, it's gonna save split. Speaking of Carrie Fisher and John Boyega, I remember reading a tweet at one point. John Boyega was sharing a story about how he was like trying to be on a strict diet for The Last Jedi or something, or whatever. And Carrie, who would have experience with this kind of treatment, I guess, like, when she's a woman, she's gotta look perfect, you know, so she was like egging him on to like, forget it, I got a couple chocolate bars in the fridge, go have some. And John Boyega's, like, I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit and try to match what he said, as I don't remember the exact quote. There's something to the effect of, I failed my diet because of Carrie Fisher and it felt great. It's not the same room. Shit. Should've tucked up for a heal up, or for a, yeah, a refill up there. See how far I can go. And Carrie was a legend, and she knew what was up in that industry. God, I miss her. I need to let a refill happen here. Like, it's a shame too, because I do like the characters and I love the cast. They deserved better, frankly. Ouch. They did the best with what they were given. I'll leave it at that. I need to stop talking about my favorite film franchise of all time and move on to a favorite video game franchise of all time. Super Star Wars now. Frankly, I'm not sure if I like Castlevania or Zelda more, but still. Just save down there. Yeah, just go ahead and fucking save. It needs more magic and more mana anyway. Well, speaking of Super Star Wars, no, I'm kidding. I think the last word I'll say on the subject of Rise of Skywalker, at least, is on the second playthrough or watch, I liked it a little bit more when I kind of just let it play out. There's still some stuff that annoys me in it, I guess. It's still one of my least favorite films. But to its credit, it does have some of the coolest shit ever to be seen in Star Wars, but at the same time, it's got some of the dumbest shit to ever be seen in Star Wars, so. So basically, it's a prequel. Ouch. It's rocketing right into that life up. I might go back and highlight this top of the layers, because it was a good, honest stream of consciousness. Oh fuck. Okay, no. There's a potentiality this could be the end of the game. I just realized that one of these would have to be either Merman Statue or Spikebreaker, and possibly both are down here. But not necessarily. I mean, one of these last three checks has to be one of those two things. So we might be due for a return trip. Or the Silver Ring. I mean, that's still in play. Yeah, there's just two more checks here. One of them is Frank. Let's go ahead and do the Galamoth check. I never did, like a stupid head. Basically, at the end of the day, just watch the movies, form your own opinions. Don't follow the herd. There's nothing here. This is... One, it's not adventure. Two, it's not casual. The Alucard sword is not here. Or is it the shield? Is the shield here? I think it's the sword. I think the shield's way back in the Merman Statue location. Frankly, I think I'm gonna play as Galamoth. I need to go kill Frank. I can't just leave it. He probably has progression that'll lead to something in the first castle. Actually, 100% he does. There's no way he doesn't. Well, if Galamoth doesn't, that is. So it's possible it's Frank with a piece and Galamoth with progression, or it's both with progression. So basically I just need to kill both. The safe seed, he said. It'll be quick, he said. No, it will be. There's not that much time left in this seed. I'm supposed to save there. It's fine. Turn your face around, thank you. My thumb thanks you. There's a diamond. Alright, so Frankie has our... Hey, it's not Iron Shield. Has our progression. It could be either Silver Ring, Merman Statue, or Lightbreaker. Although I think by pure logic's sake, I have to find all those things in sequence. And there's exactly that many checks left, so... God... Also, no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, Jubsy. So basically, it could be Merman Statue to Spikebreaker to Silver Ring to last piece. It could be Silver Ring to Merman Statue to Spikebreaker to last piece. It could be a lot of things. Wait a minute, if you've been struck by a pacifist, that's a contradiction. Would it be faster? Let's keep going this way. It's too late now. Did somebody say contradiction? Objection! Yeah, apparently I bought Spirit of Justice a long time ago when I haven't played it yet, so I started it the other night, and then finally my Xenoblade came in, so I'm probably putting that off again. It's a fucking climactic first case, though, I'll tell you what. Probably my favorite cross-examination in the series now, but there is a... Can you believe that for the most part, I managed to hang on to the safe logic pretty well? I only got tripped up a couple of small times for venture checks. I'm proud of myself. But the seed still sucks! It means that I can just kill Frank and library card out. Up then! Thanks for the raid. How was 14? I'm sorry, how was 18? Hey, Jade. Only a few ridiculous things. That's not enough. No. There goes Dragon. I'm having an okay night. Apart from the seeds being jerks. I hope you're having a good night too. Wait, get my library card out. We're about done with the scene. We just need to take a few strict progressions. It's good to hear. I feel like I should just asterisk these things if I'm doing alright, all things considered. So I got 2 armor shoes now. It was a progression thing, really. Basically, Ice Palace and Swamp Palace were both pendants, but Ice Palace had the mirror. So I was down Samaria and Ether. Ice Palace had my mirror take me to Pendant Swamp Palace, which had my Samaria. Crystal Turtle Rock ended up having the Ether. So basically, Ice Palace just started the chain of awful. Which is crazy, because it was such a front-loaded seed that for a long time I only needed, like, the cane and the mitts, and eventually... finding out I needed Ether to get into Misermire. Just funny, Misermire and Turtle Rock both had their vanilla medallions. Ew. Thanks for the host, Jade. Oh, but yeah, I learned of something today. I got this progression. It's new progression. You might have to go through Aghanim's Tower using the Fire Rod only. Which is... bollocks. I ended up sequence breaking as much as I could, which got me the lamp before I went into there, so it wasn't that bad, but... That's the thing, though. Like, reading up on basic, or whatever it is, logic... seems too simple, I guess, but Advanced has some stupid stuff in it, so how do you win? Alright, Mira, give me your silver rings. Like, wow, it's vanilla silver ring, shit. Yeesh. I mean, Dark Room Hyrule Castle wasn't that bad. That's where my Book of Medora was, and I think that's how I ended up finding the lamp, because it ended up leading me somewhere with it. Maybe? Oops. True, I guess. Wait, no, don't go that way. That's where the boss is. But yeah, after that was done, I decided I needed to do a SotN seed. Safe SotN seed, not adventure, because... Adventure would be too long, but I love adventure, but I kind of did want to do another safe seed. It's been a while. Don't jump over me. Stop it! What's that? No, it's too late now. And this one has been fine up until the end as well. That was the first thing, which is always glorious, but I had to do this. I'm doing the sequence right now, actually. The only items left were, at one point, Spikebreaker, Silver Ring, and Merman Statue. Those all unlock one specific check each. Well, the rings together do that, but... And because everything is attainable in SotN Randomizer, that means I have to follow this in sequence. Where did I put that talisman? To get the last Dracula relic. Which means Maria's gonna have the merman statue, and I'm about to go down deep again. Anyway, yeah. You also must be spending, like, what, 15 minutes talking about Star Wars? Thanks for the boost. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Maybe that's the red rust. That's pure hatred for candles right there. I love how layered this background is. It's so gorgeous. This game is so gorgeous. And I talked about this with Diesel once, but like, everybody does their 8-bit nostalgia games and their 16-bit nostalgia games. When is our 32-bit wave? Like, I know there's some indie games out there to fit this bill already. But there are many that just total line between that and just being like, I guess, quote-unquote modern pixel games. Like, I just want games that look like SotN and Mega Man 8 and other games of the 32-bit era. And games that sound like them too. Sonic Mania is a good example. Like, I know it's not true 32-bit, but nothing's gonna be true 32-bit anymore. Unless they put in the dedication, you know, but... It's like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I fucking love 8-bit and 16-bit art. But 32-bit art is like the peak... was the peak of, sprite animation back in the day. And Alucard is still one of the smoothest looking sprites in the world. I get these railings out of the way and I can see the point better. We're not going to see the point better, there's too many railings in this area. Here, see, this is... Every step is deliberate. Every movement. That kind of shit. Man, I miss it. Just get up there. Like hell. The little I saw of Risky's Revenge Shantae game, that had wonderful sprite art. I haven't seen too much of Pirate's Curse. I'm not really sure if that's like a 32-bit thing or not, or style. It's just a good-looking style. It's funny too that I'm like desiring this kind of comeback because I have far more nostalgia for 8 and 16-bit than 32-bit, but 32-bit just looks so fucking good. I wonder what Rondo Blood qualifies at, if it's 32 or technically 16. It was on the TurboGrafx 16, which I think was actually technically an 8-bit console. If I remember right, I'm not sure. But it was using the PC Engine add-on, so... Oh! No, it was called the PC Engine, but rather used the PC add-on. CD-ROM add-on, thank you, God. And that was a decent-looking game, too. I'm saying is, make more sprite art, you cowards. Mentioning Shantae earlier, I've not played a Shantae game at all. But maybe the actual game looks better. I saw the trailer for the new game, it just looks kind of flat. Like... Half Genie Hero? Use like animated sprites that look hand-drawn. I don't think they're hand-drawn. Mixed with 3D environments, and it looked okay, but to me it seemed kind of clashy, and it feels like they overcompensated by taking those environments and flattening them. And again, now it just looks flat. This makes me wish sprite art wasn't a dying art. It's not, it's really not. I don't know why I say that, but it feels like it is. Sometimes. I know that's patently untrue too, so I don't know why I even say it. I guess in franchises, like indie franchises that started out as sprite art, and that like, and there's still 2D games, but they moved on to different styles. Maybe it's what they really want to do, so that's fine, but just speaking of my own personal preference. And I know that kind of stuff is easier when they can use like Flash or just make one single 3D model and animate it how they want, instead of having to draw every frame. I get that. I'm just being selfish. Probably the worst period to ever be selfish, frankly.
Behold thy true form
Eat him. Not yet. I didn't stop mashing long enough for Alucard to stand up. There we go.
You're done?
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm. For theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Farewell, my son. Debating if I want to get topical today. I never feel like I know what the right
So
things
you
to say
made
are
it.
in tough times, and it's
Alucard,
why I
I'm
tend to
glad you're
ignore the
all right.
subjects, but
I'm sorry. 'Tis my
sometimes I
fault
wish
you
I had the
to
mind for
fight
these
your
kind of
own
things as much as I
father.
do for fucking fiction.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Fuck racism?
Indeed.
We can start there.
But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do
Fuck
nothing.
absolute incompetency.
I understand.
Corruption, just evil in the world.
What will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is
It's like
cursed.
Alucard just says.
It would be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
The only means necessary for evil to triumph
I
is for good
see.
men to do nothing.
Farewell then. We'll not meet again.
We've got
Alucard,
a lot of good men and women out there.
Don't you want to go
fighting.
after him, Maria?
no. It's best
Protesting.
this way. I
Just-
can't ease his torment. Someday, perhaps, we will meet again. And on that day,
Trying to get the
maybe-
voices out there that, hey,
I
the
see.
system's fucked up.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us.
Yes.
The fact that it's had
Let's
to
get
come
out
to
of
this is
here.
what, it's just, sucks, it truly does, but at this point it feels like it must be done. So Lord knows, nobody else is going to do it. This is on top of the pandemic that's already going on too, so like, fuck.
Drifting high up in the sky that never ends. Through thick and thin,
Frankly, I don't have half the strength these people do.
always win.
I've been sheltered my whole life too.
Fight both life and death to
Growing up
save a friend.
on the wrong side of history, let's just say.
Destiny, every day I live.
It's not really an easy shell to break out of, even now. So. It's very easy now to know what's right and what's wrong, but actually put that effort towards it.
Sometimes I don't like the person I've become. Is the enemy within our thousand men?
I think I'm going to stop there. I just don't know what else to say besides that, honestly.
Someone testing me every day I live. Well, the best in me
It feels like it's gotten to a breaking point too, because I have been,
to give. I can't.
you know, trying to make the most of it, especially starting with the COVID thing.
I am the way, and I don't know
But that's...
if I will pass this
I'm usually a recluse anyway, like, I don't go out much. But it feels like now there's no options at all to go out. It was kind of taking its toll on me. Maybe it's good I'm getting this off my chest now, I don't know, but... And then, like I said, all the protests going on, it's just... I support it, I definitely do. Not so much the unnecessary violence, but... painfully obvious and proven that most of that violence is caused by instigators trying to discredit the protesters, so don't fall for that shit. Or, you know, instigated by the other side. I don't get real on stream often, so it's... feels a little bit awkward for me as well. Make sure I've made my comments here and there, but... No, I guess this just felt really important, and I still feel like I'm not saying anything of real value or anything that isn't... anything that's new, rather. Sucks. Shit sucks and needs to be fixed. Yep, that's it. I'm not sorry for laying that all out. I was about to apologize. I'm not going to apologize. I am going to leave it at that. I am going to cut stream. Cut the recording. Upload this to YouTube and all that. Stay safe. We'll get through this. I'm not good at being a motivational speaker. I'm really not. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.